Cindy, the TV is leaking. I'm just joking. It's another kit leak. It's happened. The brand new kits for The Sims 4 have been leaked. It seems that we have a leaky pool in The Sims 4. Hi everyone, it's the EnglishSimmer here, and today we're going to be going over these leaks. Yes, the two new kits, we knew we were getting them. We already kind of guessed towards the theming of one, considering in the roadmap there was a little pool float tube, there was also a pair of sunglasses, and there was a pair of swimming trunks. I was correct, you were probably correct. We are getting a swimwear creator sim kit. So Raven Angel 888 over on Twitter actually put new kit art. People already have thoughts about them down in like the comments of these tweets, which we will actually get into because I do slightly want to throw my opinion in here. Ooh, I like how my high-pitched voice hasn't come back fully yet. But for those of you who are wondering, I'm feeling much better in myself. I'm still testing positive, which is unfortunate because I'm kind of like over being sick now, but I feel alright in myself. This is the kind of swimwear kit. This is the one that I'm hearing the most thoughts about, I feel, from the community. We'll get into my thoughts and then we'll get into more of like the community side of things, but it is poolside splash kit. And you obviously have 4 Sims here, all wearing like brand new bikinis and swimming trunks. I will hold my hands up and say some of the assets are looking a little bit similar to me to the actual sleepwear kit, specifically like this shirt on this masculine sim over here. It kind of just feels like what we've got recently, and like whilst I'm not mad at that, because I do actually use Simtimates like a fair bit, like it just kind of feels, even like these briefs over here, this like little swimming trunk that we have, they do feel very similar in their design. And I'm like, I mean, I feel like you could just get away with some of like the actual like briefs and underwear that we had being swimwear if you wanted them to. We actually have a pair of new glasses. This sim has them on, this sim also has them on. I don't think we're getting new hairs. We never really get new hairs in kits, and these are like very stylized, so I don't even know really what they're meant to like represent within the game. I like this like double chain necklace. I will get use out of that. I always love when we get more jewelry additions because I feel like we don't have enough in The Sims 4 to actually switch it up. This swimming costume I quite like, but I just don't like these like cut out swimming costumes in general. How I feel about this like kit as a whole is the fact that I actually do think we need new swimwear. It's just, did we need like a full kit dedicated towards it, or could they just give us like 1 or 2 swimwear options in like other packs where it kind of makes sense? Like for example, Growing Together. Like we had splash pads in Growing Together and there was not a single swimwear actually in the clothing, and I know some people might argue against that because it's like, well, I don't really need swimwear as much as I need like regular clothes, you know, like I don't use them that often. But I think like getting rid of one of the many jumpers that we have in Creator Sim, I would take that to like fill in where it makes sense with like expanding the swimwear category. This one concerns me a little bit. I know I've seen a lot of people saying I feel like they missed the mark on this. I feel like it shouldn't be a Creator Sim kit and it should be a build and buy kit, which honestly I do wish pools had more activities. I wish they had more things to do. I am scared that this is just gonna be Creator Sim. Like I think obviously we have armbands for toddlers and they do just work as like a Creator Sim asset. They are like a little accessory that you can put on under like the body accessories. They work like bracelets, I think, within the game, and they don't add any new gameplay elements. I'm hoping that both of these are accessories and they're not just tied to this singular bikini. I would honestly be really, really sad if that was the case. But again, they're not really gonna do anything, so like they're nice to have on, but I also feel like they're gonna clip with a lot of things, especially if you have your sim like relaxing by the pool and stuff. This is very circumstantial, and also I don't know how it's actually gonna look within the pools, so that will be interesting to take a look at. And then this is the second kit. This is the build and buy mode kit. I will say this is like bordering on the edge of like Get Famous and Vintage Glamour to me. Some of you might be all for that, some of you might really like the styles. Again, they're kind of circumstantial for me, but I do like those styles. I just don't know how I feel about this looking so similar, in my personal opinion. It's going to be good, I feel, for those people who don't have those packs, whereas if you do have those packs, it's like, does it feel different enough, or like can it like slot in with the furniture? It's kind of always like walking on eggshells, I feel, between those two questions. But we have this like gold and pink like studded bed. I think these are actually pillows. I'm kind of like desperately hoping that these aren't attached to the bed and they're their own thing. Like, I actually think they're quite nice for decoration, but if they are attached to the bed, I feel like they'll make the footprint like just slightly too big for a lot of like Sims bedrooms, if you catch me. We got a new rug, a new like potted plant. Again, there's a lot of like this white and gold. I feel like we already have a chair like this. I feel like we just got one of these chairs in Growing Together, actually. I feel like this could go quite well with Growing Together as well, especially for like teenagers' bedrooms, maybe. I feel for sure. I love this artwork. This artwork reminds me of some of the artwork that we got in Eco Lifestyle, which I absolutely adore. I wish there was a wall hanging version of that art. We actually have a vanity, which came originally with Vintage Glamour. I'm fairly sure this is going to actually be usable. Some people are like, no, you probably need like Vintage Glamour to be able to use it. I don't think that's the case. They have definitely in kits like added items in that already have functionality from like other packs and then just applied that functionality to the new kits. I don't know how people are going to feel who maybe bought Vintage Glamour. I will say, hand on heart, I use the vanity the most out of Vintage Glamour. I rarely ever use the butlers. I'm personally not mad that we're getting more. I feel like having more choice, especially like something this like sleek, is actually quite nice. I quite like that we're getting one, but you might not agree with that, which, I mean, your opinions are valid. However you feel about this is the way that you feel about this. These curtains look exactly like something we already have. And then the showstopper, the moment. I know she's a suitcase record player. I know they're good if you can't get your hands on anything else, but please do be careful. They can over time damage your records. I feel like I just need to put that PSA out there. We are getting a single tile record player. I know it's just going to be a radio. I don't care. I have been wanting a single tile record player for the longest time. I have asked and asked and asked every single release I feel that we've had recently. I was like, why have we not had one? Why is there not one here? We finally get one, thank goodness. We do already have a record player in Get Famous, but it's like a big like 2x1 like full setup, whereas I really wanted like a platter or a suitcase one, and we finally got one. So I literally will be slapping my money down. One, so that I don't have to put ad in all of my videos, and also two, for this bad boy right here. I just hope it comes in some good colors. I feel like I need like a deep blue, I need like an orange, I need like a deep green, I need a brown. Oh my goodness, you best believe I'm gonna have a full review purely over this little one tile record player. Kind of excited to see what comes with the rest of this kit though, honestly. It's intriguing to me for sure, because like modern looks, I feel like we've not had modern a lot recently. On to people's thoughts and opinions, just because I kind of saw some stuff in here that I like wanted to respond to. I obviously already responded to Gummy Bear Cub, who said, I hate to be that person, I don't think Sims can drink and lounge at the same time. They actually can. If you make a bar drink, or you have the little like fizzy drinks from like backyard stuff, you can actually have your sim grab a drink and then get them to go lounge on a sun lounger. They can't sunbathe, so they can't actually like get up a tan as they do it, but they can like relax and sip a drink at the same time. So I just wanted to mention that and debunk it. Simmer Erin replied with, I hate to be that person, but I would have preferred functional pool items like slides, diving boards, lane dividers. I personally think lane dividers would be a hot mess in The Sims 4. Like, imagine the routing issues. use. I'm not really that fussed by lane dividers, but I know a couple of people would have liked to see it. I would have loved to see diving boards and slides. We have like the jumping platforms if you have get together, but we've never had like a traditional diving board, which I think is wild, especially because it's like been in every past Sims game. And honestly, I can really see where people are coming from on this point. Like, I do wish that pools were more fun. They are made slightly more functional if you own island living or get together, obviously, because then you do have the jumping platforms and you do have like little pool floats, you have like the pizza float and stuff like that. But I do think that pools could be way more fun if they gave us more activities like pool bars, and then they also maybe gave us those little floaties that you can have drinks on, and then diving boards, being able to like play mermaids if you have island living maybe with children, swimming lessons. You can actually teach kids to swim, but I think like actual swimming lessons could be really fun. One of my mods over on Twitch mentioned how Sims used to be able to have like holding breath competitions under the water. Imagine having like little aerobics classes within the water, especially for like elderly Sims. Being able to like actually choose to like cannonball into places or dive into pools, like there's a ton of stuff that could actually come that just makes pools feel slightly more realistic. But also we're getting an update to The Sims 4. It's been rumored, I think, to be happening today, so maybe as this video's even gone live, then the update will already be out. And who's to say that we don't actually get some things for the pool for like gameplay activities in an update? I honestly wouldn't put that past the Sims team. I mean, they've done it before when it comes to kit releases where they've been like, oh, like we like the idea of this kit and we like the theming, but we kind of want to give people a couple of things for free to kind of expand that. I'd be down for that. I'm not saying that it's gonna happen. I'm hopeful that maybe if they see this community feedback, they're like, oh, Simmers actually want like a little bit more to do in the pools. So if you can think of anything that you would love to see when it comes to like pools and gameplay and things like that, and objects that you would like to see, definitely leave them down below in the comments and let me know how you feel about these kits. Obviously, if we do get an update today, it is rumored that the kits could be coming on Thursday because they tend to like bring out an update before they drop something. Could potentially drop this week, it just depends. Could be another time throughout September, but obviously once they do drop, I will be going over everything, I'll be looking at everything, I'll be testing it out in game, all of that good stuff. So make sure you're subscribed already, make sure you have that notification bell turned on. I would love to hear your thoughts on this. Like I said, I'm not 100% mad that it's a create a sim kit because I do feel as if we need more swimwear, and I personally am quite glad that we'll be getting it. Don't know if I agree with all of the assets, but obviously we haven't seen every single one of them. So I'll be taking a deeper look when I get my hands on them. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Let me know your thoughts down below, and I will speak to you all in my next one. Bye now.